Hi Aquarius, this is Infinite Light and my name is Shawnee. Welcome. This is my first time doing an Aquarius reading, although this is not my first time doing readings. I like to connect with my higher energies towards your higher energies and yourself. I tend to have very specific readings, so if the reading immediately resonates with you, stay tuned all the way to the end. You can play it in the background. You can play it while you drive the car. I'm having a hard time speaking. I wonder if that has anything to do with what we're gonna come up with in our reading. You can just play it in the background. Just listen all the way through. If it immediately starts resonating with you, there's a reason why you clicked on this video and why you're here right now. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to stick around, or you can just because you like the energy that I'm bringing. But you don't have to stick around. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because not all of every reading is about you specifically, because there are so many people that I connect to in each of these readings. I like to pull major arcana cards before we get started, just so I can kind of sit with your energy and kind of understand what it is that we're going to be touching on in today's topic. I got two cards. I got the Chariot in reverse and the Devil in reverse. The Chariot in reverse is normally when the Chariot is upright, you are moving in a direction that is guided by spirit. You have the guise and the protection of spirit, the spiritual world, the universe, and it's usually kind of like a fast energy towards some sort of divine awakening, divine intervention, with a duality of you having full control of how you present yourself to the world and how you handle yourself internally. When it's in the reverse, that means almost the exact opposite of everything that I just said. The energy is more internal. It's not necessarily God or the universe that's moving you forward. It's your higher self that's causing you to sit and stay on purpose. And if you want to move forward, it's your ego that's causing you to sit and stay. But if you want to move forward, you need to connect to your higher self. You need to be self-motivated to move forward. If you want to heal, you need to be self-motivated to move forward. If you want to understand the duality, see how there's a darker sphinx and a lighter sphinx. If you want to understand the duality within yourself, you need to take the time to look inward, to figure out who it is that you are presenting to the world, and if that matches who you are inside. If you are experiencing a mixed match, if you're experiencing an opposing reality, then the reality is that you need to take the time and look inside. The Devil in reverse speaks about self-imposed restrictions, self-imposed limiting beliefs, and self-sabotaging. So there's a lot happening inside internally, Aquarius, that spirit and your higher the higher energies, your spirit guides, God is wanting you to pause. The universe is wanting you to pause and take a look at. All right, just taking a sip of my tea to get mentally prepared for what we're about to get in. These are my tarot cards. I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards and I'm going to ask, please Spirit, connect to the Aquarius that has clicked on this video. Help me deliver a clear and concise message. Protect me from any energies, me and my space, from any energies that pop up. Protect the viewer from any energies that pop up that are less than a higher quality of energy, a higher vibration, that are less than a vibration of pure love. And any energy that pops up in the reading, if it is less than an energy of pure love, have that be returned back to center. I don't want it to stick on me. I don't want it to stick on my environment, and I don't want it to stick on the person or the peoples that I am reading for. All right, let's get into it. One more shuffle. We're going to take two off this top and then one from the bottom. Please, Spirit, tell us about these major arcana cards, what the Aquarius is currently experiencing. We got the Page of Cups in the upright. We got the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the major thing, excuse me, that is moving forward. I'm getting these spiritual burps, guys. So what does that mean? That means that I am really tapping into your energy. It's almost like it's a lot coming my way. And so the only way that my body can kind of regulate, I know it sounds weird, but it's true. The only way that my body can kind of regulate the energy that I'm connecting to, your energy, is through kind of like a release of something. In order to let something in, I have to release something else. So that's why the burps are coming up. So we are connected. You are in the right place. All right, so you got the Fool in the reverse, which means that you made some sort of healthy, not necessarily healthy, hasty decision to emotionally connect to something. A hasty decision to emotionally connect to something, and the cause was heartbreak. Loss, but even though it brought some sorrow, it's got you feeling apologetic about something else. Okay, let's get some more on this Three of Swords in the reverse. One more shuffle. You're over analyzing something, Aquarius. You hastily move towards something. It was an emotional connection, and you thought that it was going to have a different outcome than it did, but there's some sort of sorrow and some loss, and then it's got you feeling apologetic. All right, give me some more on this three of okay, so I got the Seven of Cups in the reverse as a clarification for the Three of Swords in reverse, and that is delayed gratification. But you're moving in the right direction. So it's kind of a duality. You got some illusions though. There's something blocking the reality of the situation. I wonder if it's you. I got the Seven of Wands in the upright as a clarity for the Seven of Cups. I am misspeaking, stumbling over my words. And that's not normal for me. So it's almost like you are having a difficult time making sense of your current situation. You thoughtlessly move towards kind of like an emotional connection. And what the outcome was a loss. And it's making you feel like as if you need to apologize about something that you did or said. Because you know how I was stumbling over my words. Maybe you misspoke. And you're feeling like as if you need to apologize. And that is actually the right direction. But it's not going to give you what you think. If you apologize, you feel like, I'm going to apologize and I'm going to make everything better. But the reality is that there's going to be some delayed gratification. And you're going to have to keep persevering in order to get a favorable position. Okay, Aquarius, let's continue to get more about this message. Spirit, tell me more about why it is that the Aquarius that's now connecting to this message, resonating with this message, is going to have to continue to persevere. Can you please tell me what it is? Spirit, tell me what it is. What is this about? Tell me more. I got the Queen of Swords in the upright. And then I got the Five of Swords in the reverse. And what's pushing this forward is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So you don't know how to handle the situation. You are usually this, this intellectual being. You are usually like, you, or at least you give off this highly principled sort of persona. Remember earlier I was talking about there's some sort of disconnect between how you present yourself to the world and then how you actually view yourself, or like how you are on the inside. And usually people view you in this power of like super strong person, super intellectual person, very smart, highly principled. But something happened in the past that has got you avoidant. Like you're really trying to stay away from conflict. That's what this Five of Swords is in the reverse. But it's, you want to apologize, but you feel like as if they don't, this person, this other person or people don't view you in the same light, and it's got you feeling like really negative about the situation. Tell me more, Spirit. And you want to try to like, you really want to say something, but you feel like you want to avoid harming those anymore. Okay, tell me more about this situation, please, Spirit. Another 3-card spread. All right, 2 off the top. We got the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Hermit. Okay, so this is you really taking a look. This is you stepping back. All right, see this gentleman with the light here, and shedding light on the whole situation, not saying anything, not taking any action, but really stepping back and taking a look at how you played a role in this whole situation. You're feeling pressure to, like you feel overtly responsible. And it's almost like you're removing yourself from the emotions. It's almost like as if, Aquarius, that you are removing yourself from, trying to remove yourself from responsibility and the disappointment. And you just want things to change. You want to seek, you want to, it's like you want to move towards, you want to ask God, say, God, why is this happening? But you don't want to, take, it's almost like as if you want to say, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, just let God will figure it out. But if you remember back at the beginning, we had this chariot in reverse. And then we had this devil in reverse. This chariot, even though you want to move on emotionally, you can't, because you have to be motivated to do the work. Why are you self-sabotaging, Aquarius? Why do you have these self-imposed limiting beliefs about the outcome of this situation? Why are you not taking any action? Why are you trying so hard to move on and you can't? Why are you trying so hard to move on and you can't? The avoidant nature of this message is pretty high. Like you're really trying to avoid saying or doing anything because you don't want to make the situation worse, and you know that you would. So what advice do you have for my Aquarius? It's continuing to resonate with this message. That's why you have stayed tuned. So what advice do you have for the Aquarius that is looking to potentially make a change? What advice do you have for the Aquarius? One more shuffle. We're looking for advice, Spirit. See how I can't speak? It's like I'm picking up on your energy a lot because you don't know what to say, how to say it, and every time you kind of practice or rehearse it, maybe even write it out, it doesn't come out right. It comes out all wrong. What advice do you have? We got this 3 of Swords in the reverse again. This is now saying like you really need to apologize to make things right. If you apologize now, you will cause whoever it is that you hurt to start healing themselves. We got the 7 of Cups again in the reverse. This is you being trapped in some sort of illusion, but you can make the right decision. You're just kind of overthinking. You're overthinking and you're overwhelming yourself with the different ways that you could present yourself in this situation. You got the good thing is that you got the Magician in the upright, okay? So this is saying that you have all the pieces that you need. You have everything that you need. The Magician is able to rightly use all the tools that, you know, God gave us, the universe gave us, right? The tool of communication, the tool of action, the tool of emotions, and the tool of resources, right? You've got everything that you need. You just have to utilize your resources. The power is within you. You can make things right, Aquarius, or at least, you know, speak your truth, and then let go of the self-sabotaging behaviors. Maybe I'm hearing like 12-step program, and I apologize for giggling, but it was just a random thought that I had in my head. So like, if anybody has any sort of understanding of the 12-step program, and I only have like a cursory knowledge of this, like through like a TV show or people in my past, but I've never been through the program. But I'm in the program. It's like you have to acknowledge the things that you have done along your path that have affected other people, good, bad, or indifferent. And at some point in that program, you have to go back and revisit all the people that you have affected, good, bad, or indifferent, and then speak your truth. Like, this is what happened, and I apologize for what happened, or this is what happened, and, you know, I just wanted to connect and acknowledge that I played a role in X, Y, and Z happening in your life. And now I'm going to retract my energy, and I'm going to go and work on myself to make a better version of myself, to present myself in a better light, not only presenting myself outwardly in a better light, but do the internal work that is needed to change. It's an acknowledgement of the effect that you've had on other people, and it's almost like that acknowledgement. If you make that acknowledgement, you can turn this chariot from being in the reverse position to being in the upright position, and that's moving forward in your power, moving forward as God designed, as the universe designed, with the equality, that yin and that yang of yourself being in harmony, right? Of you not only presenting who you truly are, but living your true self, right? And then this devil in the upright would show you being attached to toxic addictions, and then you could release, you know, those toxic addiction, those toxic traits, those toxic habits, the toxic people around you, and you could. I'm looking at my numbers that I have on the side for the devil. The devil is a 15. That's a 6. That's forgiveness. A 15, a 1, and a 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6, equals forgiveness. You could gain the forgiveness of other people, but most importantly, the forgiveness of yourself. Because we, throughout our lives, we make decisions based on the experiences that we had up until that point, and the things that we know up until that point, right? That's why they say hindsight is 20/20, because if you look back at all your actions throughout your life, you're looking back at it knowing everything you didn't know in that present moment. So you have to get to a point where you forgive yourself for the actions that you've done in your life. because you could only do what you could do at the time. But in this growth that you could seek, you could find forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness, and other people might forgive you, and you might forgive others, but still breaking free of those limitations that you've imposed, breaking free of the stagnant that you are currently feeling, the stagnant in life that you are currently feeling. You have to be self-motivated to move forward. The Chariot card is in the major arcana is followed by the Justice card. So that's karma. And if you are able to move this Chariot card upright, you can actually see live through the karma turn that you might have actually imposed, self-inflicted on yourself, and then turn that karma into dharma. So turning bad karma into good karma. You have to work on that, on doing that yourself. God isn't going to do it for you. Spirit isn't going to do it for you. The universe isn't going to do for you. You have to make the decision. I want to move forward, and I want to move forward in grace, and I want to move forward and towards my greatest and highest good. And then the next step would be taking a look at all the actions that you've done throughout your life. That would be the Justice card, and seeing how you can make the changes, the cuts of the people that you need to remove from your life, and then how you can move positive things in towards you. The Devil card, the next card after the Devil card, is the Tower. So the Devil card comes first. It's that shadow work, like what behind the scenes do I need to work on? Do I need to remove myself from? If you don't work on that, if you don't remove yourself from that, you can have a Tower moment. The Tower moment can be internally, where you internally have this like epiphany, like, oh shoot, I need to change all these things about my life, and you have no choice but to make those changes, right? So right now you're on the 22 on the clock as I'm talking. So and I'm itching all over. So I'm really connecting to a vibration. I'm really connecting to your energies. So you can have right now, it's almost like a foreshadow. You can make the choice to have your Tower be internal, to where you have like this epiphany and you say, oh my gosh, I have to change these things. I have no choice but to change how I present myself in this world now for your greatest and highest good. Or your Tower can happen externally, right? If you don't make the choice right now to do things on your own, be self-motivated to make the changes, the Tower can happen externally, and you just see your whole world change, boom, just like that. And the way that the Tower card is depicted in, I'm gonna go through my major arcana until I find it. But the way that the Tower card is depicted in the tarot, the traditional tarot, this is God coming down, the wrath of God. See that? And is destroying a life that's not built on a strong foundation. Okay, so this is a foreshadow for you, Aquarius, that God is telling you have the power to change things. You remember that Magician card came up. You have the power to change things, to change it now, to be self-motivated, or else you be headed down a path of God changing it for you. Earlier in the reading, I said you have this feeling like as if you want to just be like, throw your hands up and say, like, Jesus, take the wheel. Whatever happens, happens. Jesus will take the wheel. And what will happen, and you'll see it and you'll feel it. You make the choice. Is it internal or is it external? I like to call these hug cards. These are my goddess cards. I usually end a reading with this card. And so I'm thinking that Spirit is leading me to end this reading. This is usually the last card that I pull. This is a hug. I call it a hug card, Goddess Oracle card. This is a feminine energy, a maternal energy, a sister, an aunt, a mom, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, but somebody that's not toxic, right? Like a godmother, like a fairy godmother, giving you one last piece of advice before you leave. And we got the arts. And this is express yourself through creative activity. I've met quite a few Aquarius in my life, and y'all tend to be really just like smart and creative and, you know, builders, innovative, right? And I really feel like during this time where you're feeling like as if you're in a sense of stagnation, where you're not moving forward, if how you are going to find relief in this time is you being creative. I'm really feeling guided by spirit to tell you that how you can find a way forward and kind of quiet your mind is by doing something creative. Create music, art, like drawing, build something, cook something. And in that quiet time of creativity, it's almost like you'll find your light again. That light that will help you guide your way out of this current situation of stagnation, Aquarius. I feel like that's the end of the reading. I'm being told basta, basta, right? Italian, that enough, stop. All right, so I'm gonna stop. You know what you need to do. You just have to trust yourself, okay? Aquarius, my divinity into your love, into you, light and love. I'll see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.